Alright, here we go for a second video. This is my upgrade on a second XPT4. Got the 370 gears there, and over here on this side, this is my factory out gears. And this right here is my low gear set I changed out. But if you remember from my other video, I had everything changed out here. I found a place a little bit cheaper than the first set we bought, $348.01 for the complete everything. That's the 370 gear set, which is your standard gear reduction everybody uses, and then I done my low gear out of an XPT2. Again, there's parts. If you remember, this was the first one we did right here. This one here, we got it pretty well complete, set up. Been riding it for a while. So far, works great. We love the 27 or 26% in low and 12 on everything else. Works out pretty good. Here's our new unit sitting here. Got 1.5 miles on it. Look at there. Done got the transmission pulled out. Things we do with these razors. Old 800 sitting in the back there. He's been a little tank. Worked great. So we kind of turned into our building out here has turned into a razor shop, seems like, here lately. Here's my transmission. Like I said, it's out of a turbo, as you can tell. Got the no chain, gear drive. Just a quick rundown. This right here, this and this reverse shaft right here is the 370, which everybody talks about your standard low reduction on it. But on mine, by putting this in and the reverse, it only gives me 12.5%, because this gear set that was in mine originally was the same thing that's in a high lifter. It's a 570, which it's right in the middle of the road as the gear reductions fall. So putting a 370 in mine, it put it at one step down, which gives me 12% across my whole transmission here, which is high, low, and reverse. I changed these two gears out right here, which is your low set gear, and put in a set of XPT2 low gear set. It's lower gears here, so by doing this and the shaft and this in low set, I get 26.5% gear reduction from my factory, and I only get 12 across reverse and high, which works out great for us. We've really enjoyed it in the other unit. That's why I said so much when we bought this, and 1.5 miles on it. I already got it in here and got it tore out putting this upgrade in it, because since we've done it on the other one, we have had no belt problems whatsoever. We even thought about smoking a belt. Before we done smoked a belt in it before we even got nowhere in it. So far, this works great. We run it low 99% of the time anyway, so it works great. Like I said, we've had no belt problem. We got no clutch problems. All that went away when he changed it out on this first unit. So this one here, right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and change it and be done with it. Done a lot of research here on that. You see the AMSOIL. It's the grease for the bearings inside the rear end and front end wheel bearings. That's what I'm going to run in this one right here. Been reading a lot of research on it. What everybody says and what the testimonials or whatever they call on all that stuff, that's really a great oil to use, a grease to use. So, and as you can see here, I already pulled the muffler off of this, and just because it was so much simpler to do. No, this one was so clean. No dirt, no mud, everything come unbolted, fine, quick. Man, we had this thing on the ground and up here on the bench on my little stand in, shoot, less than an hour. You see how we done the arms. Instead of having to take everything loose, we just done the shocks and then left the track arms on the back and just undone them from the axle out there from the hub. And laid them down, and it worked out great. Plenty of room to work. Just have to shim the motor up just a smidgen. As you can see, the little stick under there, I think it's like 1 inch. And shoot, transmission slides right out. hands down on the Super ATV. The puller shaft I used right there, the puller rod on this one here, I don't know if it was because it was brand spanking new that worked so great. It worked great, didn't bend, didn't have no issues with it whatsoever. When we done this unit over here, we had about, I think about 20 hours on it whenever he had pulled it apart, and we never got the clutch off of it. We bought an EPI puller, and I'm gonna tell you, that thing bent, looked like a pretzel when we took it off. The rod did, and so we just threw that sucker away. I said, I don't even want him to touch it again, take a chance of screwing up the next. And so bought one Super ATV, seemed to be super hard, didn't bend, it worked great. It kind of scares you when it pops off, because boy, I mean, it pops like a firecracker. And it's the day after the 4th, we kind of made me think about a firecracker. How about that? But anyway, this one right here, like I said, brand new. We're in the wiring stages. Kind of got wires dangling everywhere. Got the dash out, you know, just the old normal, little bit of everything. Trying to get all the switches in, lights hooked up, rock lights, you name it. But back on the old transmission deal, like I said, this one here was super easy because it was so clean. We had no issues, and like I said, had it out in less than an hour, and had it out here on my little table over here. Little quick table. I'm gonna tell you, if you work on transmission, that's the best thing to do. Build you a little stand so it'll set level. You can undo your bolts and it don't wiggle around, bounce around on the table. I just got it sitting on a little old table saw here, just a board with some 2x4 screwed to it. Works great. Saw it on my other video. Like I said, just standard old transmission. Press, if you got a press, you can pop them bearings off and swap them gears out. Works like a champ. So anyway, well, alright. If you have any questions, any problems, hey, I mean, I don't know about problems, but if you got questions or want to know a little more about what I've done, and like I said, if you hadn't seen my first video, check it out, because I really went into a lot of detail on the gear sets and the teeth number, and like I said, I done a ton of research on this one right here. So when I done that first, and so worked out great. Like I said, we running low all the time, so again, I probably done said it. We don't have no belt problems no more. Belts just went away. Problems went away. So gonna try this one out, see if we can get the same result out of this one. And you know, if you, like I said, if you leave me a message or whatever, I'll tell you what I know and what I don't know. If I can't tell you, but hey, I'll help you any way I can about information, or give you some links to where I found stuff. Well, alright, y'all have a great one.